Go ahead, AJ, get us started, man.
Okay, well, yo, what's going on, good people? You are now tuned in to another episode of the Three Man Weave. As always, I am AJ. I guess El Presidente. I haven't said that in so long, but of course, with me, I got my other two favorite guys, Cannon.
Yeah, you got your guy Cannon with you as always. We here in the quarantine trying to survive, man. We just here trying to survive.
And Hill.
You already know it's your boy Hill. Hill going Hill regardless, baby. Let's get it.
And so, what I wanted to know, Hill, while you're in quarantine, out of all of us, you are the bald brother representative. What have you been doing to the body as you've been in quarantine? Have you been shaving it or have you been letting the hairline grow?
Definitely looking like Ray Allen is right now.
Ooh.
Definitely letting it wolf, you know what I'm saying? Until my wife say something. Till she complain, I don't feel like cutting it. I ain't going nowhere. So ain't
She
no
can
need for me to
play.
cut until she complain, until she
Oh,
say
all
something.
right. Okay, I got you.
Yeah. She ain't saying nothing yet, so I ain't cutting it.
Yeah, honestly, if I was her, I wouldn't want you going and to a barber and have somebody super all up on you right now. That's past the barber relationship. That's past the 6 feet. So she probably good on that.
But that barber relationship, that's built on trust.
It is built on trust, man.
It's built like of all the relationships ever. I don't care if it's your woman, your wife, your mama, your daddy, your barber relationship, that is one that is built on utter complete trust.
Absolute.
I don't care. You ever been in the barber chair and his finger accidentally touch your lip while he like doing doing your mustache? If any other man on the planet grazed your lip while he's 2 feet in front of you, if you
Yeah,
don't fight him, you're
yeah,
part of the
yeah.
LGBTQARS
I
community.
got I got a
But if
real
you're if you're if your
TSA.
barber if your barber if he grazed your lip, and you know your barber, he be doing it ever so gently. He caress your top lip, and you just sit there. You don't even flinch,
Oh man,
I had to
yeah,
come on,
man.
bro. For some reason, it's 80 degrees in my damn house right now, bro.
bro.
Come on.
I'm sitting in front of
You
this
got the hoodie.
window.
You got a whole hoodie on, man.
Because I came from outside. Even if I took this off, it's still gonna be 80 degrees in here for
Crack,
no reason.
crack that window, man.
That's the leather seats. You need your grandma plastic on them.
So I can get stuck to her.
Yeah, I'm about to say the plastic don't help you cool down. That's
Hey,
worse.
bro, that plastic is the worst shit on the planet.
Don't
I
fall
know,
asleep
like
on that
you
joint.
know when you took a nap in class and you had the notebook imprint on your face. That plastic is a whole different beast. I feel
Folds.
like you frying chicken
Yep.
and yeah, grease too hot and you stuck to the bottom of the pan and you got sweat everywhere else, but your face is on the bottom of that plastic.
You ever fell asleep in class and you had the paper on your face? You just know you failed that day. Just go ahead, get it up, give it up.
Yeah, that's why
If you went to
I
sleep, you
couldn't I
probably ain't.
couldn't cross until my senior year.
You probably just ain't care anyway. If you went to sleep,
No good times, college.
high
So
school.
I never went to sleep in the class in college. If I was that sleepy, I'd have just left. There's
I
been plenty of
definitely,
time I didn't
definitely in high school, man.
oh
walk
Definitely.
nah,
up, I ain't
because
go.
it's been times where I was like, I lived in the Ville, so I could either walk all the way to the Ville, or I could just go to sleep right here. I'm comfortable. There's AC in this motherfucker. You understand what Petersburg was like at the beginning of August?
Yeah, man.
So I'm not about Hill. You and I, we were mass comm majors. You try to walk from Valder all the way to the Ville.
It was never an option for me. I can't relate to that.
Oh well, it was definitely an option. I was keeping my black ass sleep right where I was, and
I
we was
stayed
just gonna wake up.
I stayed in Atlanta, so like I said, I had to drive campus. So like I said, if I
You,
was that tired, I wasn't going, or I'm just walking out.
you
It,
had freshman year. You was at Ettrick.
I was in per year,
Oh, all right.
but your class, you don't get your major
Yeah,
classes.
that's true.
Yeah,
No telling where your class at your freshman year. So
Yeah,
I feel AJ, like you said, I may be next thing you know, I may be in Hunter Mac, somewhere way far. But like I said, if I was that tired, I'm telling you, I'm not going.
yeah.
It's that simple.
Yeah,
Now in high school,
fall asleep right in
oh,
class.
definitely going to sleep.
Yep.
Man, listen. Have you ever had as good naps have you had since college? Like as an adult, I haven't had a nap as good
No,
as I've had
no,
since college
no.
yet.
And you know why? I know why.
Oh
Because
shit!
there is no greater nap known to man than the nap that you take when you know you had multiple things that were important to do and you just said to hell with all of them. And that's the best nap ever. I literally, man, I came home one time in college, bro. I think it was like I had one of my final projects due. I had some crazy. I worked at the public library. I had some crazy monthly report due that we used to have to do to reconcile all the fines and all of that at the end of the month. And then I just had, I think, something to do for Kappa. Keeping Kappa active, back then. And literally, it was just overwhelming, bro. And I just said, you know what? I'm going to sleep. And, bro, I'm talking about I slept from about 2 in the afternoon to about 8. And that was one of the best naps. That's not even really a nap, bro. That's almost 8 hours. You feel me? But when you got everything to do and you say the hell with it, best nap ever. College nap.
Have
I ain't really a good napper.
ain't that about a bitch and a half?
Yeah.
Pretty much. That's what happened when you social distancing, trying to quarantine, trying to record in all different locations. Anything,
Zoom just said we gonna social distance your ass because you trip.
Yeah.
anything can happen.
Anything can happen. Anything's possible. Go ahead, AJ. We want to hear this story though, man. You ain't off the hook.
Think, think
I told the whole motherfucking thing while I was goddamn disconnected.
you froze, huh?
But all I was gonna say is all these other naps sound good, but there's really no other nap that can qualify as a nap that takes place when you somewhere you ain't supposed to be. When you ain't at home, but you supposed to be home and you fell asleep.
Those
That's
are the
all I'm
worst
gonna say.
naps to be.
That nap hit completely different.
That's a high
You ain't
pressure nap.
you ain't gonna hear your phone ring. You ain't gonna hear the TV. You ain't gonna hear a thunderstorm. But if it's a nap that's taking place when you supposed to be at home and you ain't home, that nap hit different.
Luckily, in my past, that never happened. Always left. I'm gonna leave.
Yeah, I'm that way too, man.
Definitely gonna leave.
I'd rather sleep in my own bed. I don't like falling asleep around people I don't know. So that's
Oh, you know
well, I mean,
him. Oh, you know
or even that still like there's only certain people that I want to fall asleep around. You feel me? So it's like I'm a bro. I'm from the hood, so it's like when I go places, I don't want to have my back to the door. Like I'm just still paranoid from my old life. So it's like
Let me tell you this, man. So in high school, I'm gonna use a high school story for y'all. So in high school, my current girlfriend at the time, her mom was sick and her daddy was dead. So we ain't really have no parental control. The only parent in the situation was my mom. If I ain't home, you can't really do much. I just take my punishment when I get home. So I'd go over there. Oh yeah, we're just hanging out, blah blah blah, whatever the case may be, and then I'd fall asleep, and it'd be about 4 o'clock in the morning. I'd be like, shit, I gotta get home, man. Let me tell you. So I got home. I tried to like slide the door open. Shit wouldn't open at first. My mom put duct tape on the inside of the door so she would know
it.
when I came home. But it was like 4 o'clock in the morning. You're not looking at the door. You're not. So I had no clue that any of this was taking place. So what I tried to do, I tried to be slick and be like, you know what? I could just say I got home a little late. and I fell asleep on the couch.
Mhm.
So I eased on over to the couch, laid down on the couch, and as soon as I sat down, what the fuck? I just sat on my mom. She was sleeping on the couch, waiting for me to get home at 4 o'clock in the morning. I just want to let y'all know I ain't never been that grown and caught an ass whooping that bad in my life. Ain't nobody whooped my ass as a grown ass man as bad as my mama did coming home at 4 o'clock in the morning when I was 15 years old.
You should.
I didn't deserve that. I was
Oh,
just trying to explore.
15? Oh, you needed all that. You needed all that stuff.
I mean, never mind.
See? See? You ain't get enough. You ain't get
So
enough.
speaking about my high school love affair, I asked a question to some of our followers, not from the Three Man Weave page, but just wanted to get an idea because that high school love affair that I had ended very, very badly. And so I wanted to know what's y'all go to breakup album, man? Like, what do y'all listen to when you're going through a breakup?
I seen it.
Because I'm gonna preface this. What made me think about this last night is, as D Hill know, I listen to like a lot of like sad emo music just on the regular. So my breakup music isn't the norm. Like I listen to a lot of breakup music just while I'm sitting in the house drinking, having a great ass time. So I wanted to know what y'all breakup music is, because my breakup music ain't really the same as y'all's.
It definitely ain't because let me tell you, I play celebration or from graduation. You feel me? So yours definitely not like I listen. I don't never look back, bro. I mean, I have looked back, but I ain't gonna be sad. You feel me? And it
Mhm.
is what it is. If whatever happened that led us to this point, bye, bye, DJ. Like me and Hill used to have a back when DJ was on the Redskins, and he won't doing nothing. He won't doing nothing. Like I couldn't wait for him to be gone, and he just asking for the extra money. Bye, DJ. Like, and that's how when it's broken up. Graduation celebration, man. That's what I'm playing.
I ain't got
Respect.
a I ain't got a go-to album, but like I got a playlist, and it's definitely called "Fuck Bitches." And it got it from some variety. So I gotta. It all depends on the moment that I'm having that I play which whichever song that I need. But it's all over the place. It's definitely all over the place. But I know whatever I'm going through, I can find a couple. I can
what,
find a couple.
what type of tracks is on that playlist?
I got MIA,
Okay.
Omarion.
Oh, now that shit. Oh yeah,
Said,
that's the we just broke up. That's that we
you
just
know,
broke up track.
Usher, Papers.
Oh,
That's up there.
The papers.
Um, Wiz Khalifa, Incompatible.
Yeah, I
oh
like
yeah,
that
nah,
joint.
he'll be going through it.
But if I'm really mad, Monique's Room, Fred the Godson.
Oh,
Wow.
That's all I.
hey, get well soon, Fred the Godson,
Yeah.
That's a
please.
fact.
My
Yeah.
nigga going through the COVID-19.
Yeah, he got me. So hopefully he get. So he get right.
Yeah.
Um,
Definitely.
Moneybag Yo, Pride.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Uh,
who else I got on here? Um, Nas. You could play that whole album actually.
Oh.
Um, when he had Khalees,
Yeah, that one.
dress in the cover, you could play that whole album. Just a couple joints like that. If I'm really going through it though, for real, I'm gonna take it back to you. If I'm really going through it, like I'm hurt, Uncle Sam, I don't ever want to see you again, yo. I think you may start crying after that. That man was hurt, bro.
oh yeah,
He was big hurt, man.
he was going through some
He
shit.
was big hurt.
He was hurt. So if I'm ever feeling that bad that I gotta play that, bruh.
It just know it's some bullshit that's finna ensue.
Thing. But like I said, I got a whole bunch. Like you know, you go from you go. It's a whole bunch of rap, singing, you know, R&B, all that. It's just a variety. You never know. You never really know what you go. It all depends on the mood that you're going through.
Yeah.
And you ain't. I don't really have a go to, but I definitely know that Bryson Tiller though. That
Hit
definitely
different.
it definitely hit a little different when you
Which
look at
which Bryson Tiller?
the first.
Okay, I'm with you. I'm all the way with you.
So for me, when I was going through breakups, especially early on, it's like I'm gonna listen to some Webby, I'm gonna listen to some Dipset,
I
but
used to love Webby, man.
I'm definitely gonna be listening to some Too Short and Pimp C.
I
Trying to
love
get
Pimp
over.
C.
You trying to get
Man,
over that easily, huh?
What'd you say?
Trying to get out of this. You trying to get out of this mood.
Nah, because when I go through a breakup, I don't go through no sad phase. Because like I said, I listen to all my sad music on the regular. So
anyway,
when it's time to go through a breakup, I'm trying to be like, you know what? I'm out here.
Mm-hmm.
Get out here.
I'm out here.
So I'm like, you know what? Let me go ahead and step outside. Because when I was going through breakups, outside wasn't broke. Outside was lovely, especially in like the early days, the 2000s, college. When I went through a breakup in college, all right, say less. Yeah. What you trying to do on this twin bed, Shawty?
Not in this twin bed. Them things is
I got some
terrible.
things.
Them things is
You know what I
terrible,
mean?
man.
I got limited moves, but in this twin bed, it's gonna look like the Kama Sutra.
Them twin beds was terrible, bro.
So
Job done though.
Barber.
I didn't get the job done, but it made it seem like it because you couldn't have no much escape room. You in a twin bed.
Twin bed, bro.
You thought your legs was behind your head, but they was really just on your side. We just in a twin bed. You ain't got nowhere to
Job done on them twin. I don't know.
go. Hey, I do want to ask y'all. Major League Baseball. They've been in the news lately. For one,
Yeah.
they trying to
Yeah.
fight to get back,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
the rumors about the Astros.
Is it rumors anymore?
Oh no, that went. That wasn't a confirmed report. Just a tweet.
Let's see.
If it was a confirmed report, we'd have got way more.
Our phones would have been blowing up, and
We did, and our phones didn't blow up at all. So I'm not even gonna.
That's from the rap sheet, man. I feel like it's gonna happen, man.
but that's my thing though. I feel like someone added the rap. Like I feel like someone added the rap sheet on there. It's not from the rap sheet.
It ain't happening. Then when have you ever heard that Ian Rappaport
On baseball.
Baseball, yeah. So
Baseball.
yeah. And then on top of that, I definitely went to our Facebook group that's heavy on baseball. They ain't say a word. So I'm like, okay, this can't be real. Like I said, we'd at least got one from ESPN.
Definitely,
Our notification would have went off. And your
definitely.
notification ain't go off.
But what is happening in baseball, man? This Corona impact is serious in baseball, probably more so than any other sport.
Are you
On,
being serious, or this is because you've been playing the show?
no, I'm being dead serious. But I have been playing the show. I have, you know, I played the show, but I've been on Sherlock Holmes recently, and I'm stuck. But that's neither here nor there. But the baseball thing, the reason why I say that this Corona pandemic is detrimental to baseball more so than any other sport. When you look at football, right, they are positioned best so far for what we think will happen. Let's say best case scenario, and I'm hoping the country does open up, you know, before July or around mid-July. Then we should be able to have football training camp, hopefully, and maybe the NFL season isn't even messed up or missed. You know, they won't have OTAs or mini camps, but who cares about any of that stuff? You feel me? Except for the yeah, we good. NBA, they have played 75% up until the point of the shutdown. They played maybe, you know, 68 to 70 something percent of their season. So it's like they've gotten paid. Baseball was coming off of their summer break as far as major sports. So it's like those players been tricking and splurging on summer vacations. They thinking, yep, I just signed a new deal. I'm about to go get my bonus on when I report. Ain't no report. You feel me? So it's like some of them people haven't gotten any checks in a long time already, which is why I say, it's more detrimental to baseball. Which is why I see that even though it's a pandemic, I'm hearing chatters that they're looking for some type of way to get back on the field, because not only what I just mentioned, the discrepancy between the top paid players in baseball and the lower level players in baseball, is the margin is so far and so wide, it's ridiculous. And so if you're just like a player that's still on your rookie contract, like, whew, and you got to play 6 years in baseball before you can, become a free agent.
So I got a couple of thoughts about all this resuming of sports and whatever the case may be, blah blah blah. The one sport that a lot of people are trying to get started is baseball, but the second is college football because they've missed spring practices already, and they're trying to work on getting people back in for the fall camp so they can be ready for the normal start date. And that's where I got a problem because out of all of these sports that players are trying, that these leagues and these owners are trying to get started, the one sport that they don't have any, income, they don't have any benefits of actually playing.
Yeah.
You're really just forcing these players. And I know I sound like a broken record when it comes to getting college players played, but I got to do it.
That's a good point.
You have millionaire coaches trying to bring in these players who don't get any income to make other people money. They're talking about, we're going to get this thing started. We're going to get this, we're going to get things rolling. We're going to get back in. We're going to go ahead and, hit it head on and get football back on you guys' TV. These college players ain't getting paid. And Dabo Sweeney's talking about, no, it wasn't Dabo Sweeney. It was Mike Gundy. He was talking about these kids are, some of the best athletes in the world, and they're healthy. If we can just get them secluded and get them in here, they'll be fine. No one talked about the whole Baselli family, basically. Anthony Baselli, Tony Baselli from Florida State. He had coronavirus.
Yeah.
No one's talking about that. So you're talking about getting these kids in, talking about they're strong and healthy and stuff. And once we get them in here and they're all just in here together, there's nothing to worry about.
That's just an ignorant statement to make. Period. During this time.
And that's always been my thing, that these college students never really had a voice. They let these millionaire coaches talk for them and say, "Hey,
well,
I need you to do this so you can make me this money." Because without the players, without Travis Etienne, without Deshaun Watson, without Martavis Bryant, T. Higgins, we wouldn't know who Dabo Sweeney is. But Dabo Sweeney out here talking like we need to go ahead and get this football ready.
What would you do though if you're the players? Like,
that's the thing I was about to say.
Like, they don't.
Any of that would, like, of course they're not getting paid, but they lose any more time, they're gonna be less paid. The stock is gonna be lower. Everything's gonna be critical.
Remember how this is.
I'm just saying, only person that's gonna be good without playing right now that I can think of, Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence don't have to do nothing right now.
Okay.
He's still the number 1 overall pick. Cool. We ain't got to worry about nothing. Everybody else, their stock depends on playing. I understand that they're not getting paid. I understand that all that, they might, it's a pandemic. You don't want to be around each other. But any delay for football, for college sport, is minimizing your stock. It's minimizing your value of getting paid.
And it's going to minimize a lot of other resources that the school has, because the TV contracts pretty much, especially
fund some of these schools.
Thank you.
But D Hill, so come on now. As much as I agree with you, there's also something that I don't agree with you on, because do we consider the University of Missouri a powerhouse in football?
No, but it's a big name school.
But do we consider it a powerhouse? I feel like their best player in the last couple of years was Michael Sam, maybe Drew Lock.
Chase Daniels was nice.
Helch.
Okay, so here's my point.
Notable player, I guess you want, but they didn't put out some
Yeah,
They
prospects.
no, they
Like
have
they
what you
they.
had in Missouri.
they put out some guys, but they're not the powerhouse. They're not the blue chip in it, like NFL pipeline of college football.
I mean,
But
you would take, you want to go there if you're a player. Like if
Get to
Mizzou
but
offers you
get
a
to what you're saying.
scholarship,
Get to what you're really saying.
thank you, Hill. So what I'm about to say is when there was the issue of a whole bunch of racism going on at the University of Missouri, the college football team said, we're not stepping on the field
until it's resolved.
until the president of the university steps down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Within that week, the president stepped down.
because they knew how effective that was.
But
That,
that's
that
my
was
point.
That's not the same as this pandemic, bro. They knew for a fact that they made a stand, they can get rid of it. They can get action. They can get some action immediately. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying?
But
And then they
that's
can go back to what they're doing right now. Would you still want to? Would you want to boycott? Like I'm confused. Like
what I want them to say is we're not stepping on this field until this shit's over. These coaches are calling for us to get on the field until
But
certified medical
to
practitioners say, you know what, outside is safe. Y'all can go outside and hit a day party and get brunch and
but
drink all the
bro,
money.
when has outside, and here's the thing, like this is life we talking about. When has outside ever been safe? That's the one thing
It's been safer than this shit. I
that
tell you that much.
that
think
I
about
don't
that.
understand. Like
But
we just haven't had reporting like this ever on anything. So it's like, how many people? I don't want to. I'm not gonna get up here and sound insensitive. I'm not gonna do that. But all I'm saying is, it's dangerous every day you leave your house, or even in your house, pandemic or not. And I think we forget that. Like I've said it on here before. Human beings, we're fragile creatures. Like it doesn't take much for you to leave this place. You feel me?
think about how the CBA was. You got the big money people. You know what I'm saying? They ready to not sign the CBA. They're like, oh, this not a good CBA. Then you got the other people that, hey, look,
They ready to go back.
I'm ready to sign this. So you mean to tell me that you want somebody that's got a fringe draft stock, rating grade right now that's dependent on this season? You want him to come out here and be all righteous, be like, you know what? I'm not stepping on that field till y'all figure out this pandemic. No, his future is on the line. His future is on the line. So I guarantee if you talk to somebody, I guarantee he's going to say, hey, look, I'm ready to be on this field and give it what I got to give it up to go get what I've been working for. I'm not about to sit here and be like, you know what, I'm about to stay outside because of pandemic. I mean, it is what it is. People don't care. People's future is riding on this.
Yeah, and they're still going in. If they were to say today that you can go places, everybody would go. Like they wouldn't. It's
You
kind of
got
like I
NFL
said.
players,
It's kind of like I
you
said
got
offline.
NFL players that's already in the league, still practicing, still
Still,
training.
yep. People still
Well,
doing that. A lot of people still doing everything.
All right. Well, while we talking about this, if you were a college player that went to Mississippi State, how would y'all feel about Mike Leach tweet? Did y'all peep that?
Yeah,
I forgot what he said. Remind me.
So Mike Leach, in regards to the quarantine, he tweeted a picture of a woman knitting a noose as he's the head coach at Mississippi State. And we all know the history
and
down
he
in
said
Mississippi with nooses. And it was basically saying, the woman was knitting the noose as she was saying, like, quarantine day, whatever, she's knitting a noose.
But he also, this is what I really didn't like about it. He acted ignorant to the fact, like he didn't know. I didn't know that this would upset anybody, and if it did, that wasn't my intention. Like,
Now this is a totally separate situation from what we've been talking about earlier. If
No,
I'm a
I know. I'm
no,
just asking. I'm just asking the question.
what my statement is going to be: if I'm one of his players, I'm up out of there. I'm going.
Okay.
I'm not playing for you. It is, and it is what it is. And I'm making that statement. I'm making that stand that I'm not playing. You cannot just be that ignorant. I don't give a damn who you think you is or what you thought you were doing. You can't just be that stupid.
you
And on
can't
top
be.
of that,
But he's not, and that's the point. That was
Why,
my
why isn't
hope
why isn't he that stupid then, Cannon? Because
B-
he received the backlash. He
because he
understood all that.
wanted something, bro. Like when it's deep down in you, man, and it's whatever your true intentions in this world are, they eventually seep out of you, no matter how much you try to suppress that. And so, in this case, his bigotry, I'm gonna say it. You feel me? He know that that's not a popular thing in public, so he normally will try to conceal that. But what happens is, eventually, if you conceal an emotion or a feeling or a thought long enough, it'll manifest in some type of other way. And what he did was he got caught slipping. He just did something real quick, and before he knew it, he had pressed in, and it was too late. You backpedaling from it, but it's like it is what it is. Like,
Let me preface.
and well, I don't want to go big left, but that's the reason why we we kind of the way that we are in certain situations, because it's like the same. It's like a broken record.
Mhm.
Let me preface my comment. If I'm one of these, this is my senior year. It's my last time, my last year eligibility. I'm gonna go ahead and do what I gotta do. I'm gonna bite this
Yeah,
bullet. Cool.
yeah.
What I'm saying? But if I can get up out of there, I'm getting up out of there.
Oh, definitely. I
It
agree
is what
with you,
it is.
100%.
Cause here's my issue. When you actually watch Mike Leach, he's always spoken, he's always handled himself, and
Always.
he always acts like he's the smartest man in the room.
Mm-hmm.
So what you can't then tell me is that you are ignorant to a situation.
And that's what I'm not buying from him. Cause you,
And that there in itself is where I've always had an issue, because when it always comes to race, no matter how intellectual someone acts they always seem to act ignorant when it comes to the sensitivity
oh,
of another
I
race.
had no idea.
I never knew.
Oh,
You can't tell me you can see
what?
the Virgin Mary and some toast. You can see Bigfoot and some mac and cheese, but you can't
Oh
understand race
no,
in America.
it
So
was not meant that way.
when it comes to posting the news and you the coach at Mississippi State, you can't tell me that you had no idea that people would get offended.
But listen,
Bro, you
we
could
get
have been at a school in Canada, bro.
but
That's
listen,
and what would you be posting? Like, what's the point? You know what a noose symbolizes the hanging of someone, whether it was through suicide or whether they didn't want to be hanged. So whether it's either murder or suicide, either way. So it's like, what's the point of putting a noose up?
but listen, we always let you say something ignorant from the beginning, but we still let you get the plea off. You can
You,
like
you can get the plea off, but it gotta make
plea off.
sense.
That's what I'm
And
saying.
yeah,
We let
cause
you
his
get the
cause
plea
his
off.
plea was terrible, man.
He was terrible. How many times somebody did something racist or said something stupid, they go ahead and give you the apology, and then next thing you know, it's shipped on.
He should have blamed the lady. If that would have been a better plea. I was trying to
Okay,
expose her. I wanted to show y'all.
I get down, and you could have did anything. You could have flipped anything, but you didn't do nothing.
You talking about I didn't know. I didn't think, it wasn't meant that way. I hate when people do it. It goes back to how I always say I felt about KG as a player. I hate it like when KG would do an elbow with somebody and then he immediately do like that. Like I don't like people like that. And I
Y'all
felt
know I
like
think KG pussy, so we
but,
ain't even gonna get into that.
but back to
That's
Mike,
up
like
to you.
if you gonna do it, say, yeah, I did it, man.
Don't throw stones and hide your hand.
Yeah, I hate that, man. I really hate
Because
that.
when Melo was about to whoop KG ass
He
over
would not come
Lala,
off that bus, bro.
he was like, "Nope, I don't want no problems." Carmelo, I'm sorry. I really feel like he was on the bus and he was like, "Hey yo, hey driver, can you go?
His
Can you
teammates should
go?"
have threw him off the bus and said, "Going out there, man. Like
Paul
you up
Pierce was
there,
in a wheelchair. He couldn't.
you up there talking about somebody else's wife, bro. Playing basketball don't give you no pass to say whatever you want, man."
That's what he thought. But let's backtrack.
Mm.
Our guy Wood had said he made he sent us a text me and Cannon. He was like, "Yo, CJ McCullough has said that at least 150 players are living check to check in the NBA."
I believe it. I believe it. If you on the MLE, you probably live in check to chat.
Why?
Because, bro, this is what the average person don't understand about someone who makes that type of money.
Okay.
When you're a millionaire, you have millionaire expenses, and it goes to show like if you were broke making $50,000, and then I tell you, okay, you're gonna make 500K now, you're still gonna be broke because you're gonna have those same type of habits where you accrue more expenses because you think that you have it, and you're still gonna be balancing that fine line of just trying to break even. And that's what a lot
Yeah.
of these players do. So if you, and they always think they got one more big check. Think Isaiah
Yeah.
Thomas, right? He thought he had a Brinks truck coming. Now he don't. Now he playing on these small things. You don't know the type of mansions that he purchased before he thought that he had the Brinks truck coming. The type of business deals that he invested in that he thought people were going to have his best interest, and his partner screwed him over. And now you left out. So it's like now you were looking for that next big check and it's not coming. So it's like, I ain't really prepared for this. And
So let
that's
me
how a lot of people live. And that's why CJ McCullough's kicking facts.
so let me break this down in I think the most simplest of terms. So somebody who is like us who's making $50,000 a year, are they living like they making $50,000 a year? Or are they hanging with people who make $100,000 a year, but they make $50,000 a year? So since they're hanging with people with that bigger expense, they have to live up to that life. So when you go to the NBA, I may be on the mid-level exception, but I'm hanging with CJ McCollum,
Yeah.
Damian Lillard,
Big
who are on
ballers.
these max contracts.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to live up to their expenses because I'm in that lifestyle. And so it's like, all right, well, shit. I could pay 25,000 for a little Instagram model tonight.
It's never good to pay
But that's your whole
25,000
check.
for anything. I don't tell you how much money you get. Unless it's a car, a house, or anything, you should not be paying 25K, man.
Let me tell you this, James Williams told me, if it ain't pussy or air, it ain't a necessity. And I don't buy for pussy.
And so he went it.
So look,
I had a question. So I know y'all did a good job of explaining, but am I supposed to have like some sympathy for these players, or
No,
well,
I guess
so
you
I can say
can in this situation.
no, I don't.
I don't have sympathy for him because I know how I lived, but also knowing how I lived being broke to the motherfucker, I do kind of have sympathy for him because I hung around y'all and y'all was making some decent money and I was not. But I still wanted to go out because I'm like, damn, my guys, they're out having fun. I want to go out. But guess what? When they go out and buy a drink at stadium, I gotta get ginger ale. They're going
But
out. They haven't
this is why I say
I'm trying to make it. I want to hang. I want to be a part of the fun, but
I feel you.
I can't really afford it. But I don't want necessarily anybody else to know.
yeah.
But the thing is, when you're in the NBA, your contract is public knowledge. Like, I can go.
But your expenses are not. And that's the thing.
That's true.
You can if you give me an MLE, bro, I'm going to be rich for real because I'm not gonna go buy 10 cars with it. You feel me?
I don't even drive every day no more.
You see, I'm not gonna buy a lot of things that I don't need. I'm never gonna pay 25K for a model ever because that's a waste of money.
Cause I can get that shit.
Before I do that, I would take 25K to a person on the street and just say, "God bless you." I feel like that would do more good in the world than me giving it to a IG model. What's she gonna do with it? She gonna snort it. She gonna
How
put
do
it.
we feel about paying for pussy here at 3 Man Weed?
Now, hold on.
That's the root of the
That's
issue.
That's not what we got to go to.
Okay, sorry.
But we in 2020. Bro. We are not supposed to be hearing these same old war stories of how athletes are broke, how they should be broke, or how they living broke. They should have seen all these documentaries or all these stories beforehand.
It wasn't one about the coronavirus. And they just thought that they was gonna get paid the rest of this year.
I don't give a damn about the corona, Dos Taquis, whatever. None of that.
Kate,
You know what? They should never be broke, bro. I shouldn't hit none of that. Let's be honest. We already know that the NBA, the guaranteed contract. There's a lot of overpaid players in the NBA. Let's
Big
not
time.
act like they not. And then on top of that, you get the mid-level exception. You don't start off with the mid-level exception.
Yeah.
Like I said, you gotta work your way up to get that.
Yeah.
So you've been getting money, and you've been in the league for a while. So I'm not trying to hear you living from check
But
to
we
check.
know they
and
be
you been
broke.
getting money, bro.
We-
And that's not okay.
Because they
That's
just
not
ain't,
okay.
they don't know how to
That's not
manage
okay.
money, bro.
So what I'll say is in the
It's-
NBA, in the
the
NBA,
resources-
in the NBA, is no excuse. NFL players, because y'all checks
can
not
see-
guaranteed. I can see that in the NFL.
I'm still not gonna be broke.
The
I wouldn't be broke in none of
bro,
this.
but I'm saying in the NBA, when you sign on that dotted line, you getting that money. You know what you getting.
And then on top of that, this is sport. This is a pause in sport. They're going to resume. At somewhere, either this year, next year, whatever. You're going to resume, and then on top of that, you're going to get your check back.
Yeah.
Like you're going
And
to get.
they
So,
hopefully they don't squander it this time.
Don't talk about like you having regular people problems. Like once we lose funds, that's it. Like I ain't been at work all month. Like I ain't been at work.
Yeah,
Nothing.
so I can't ask you to have sympathy. Listen, I feel you on
I
that.
ain't got nothing. Ain't no check. Ain't no check coming for me. And when the resume, I got back. It's back stuff. I
Got that rearage.
Yeah, they gonna be good. Like
Yeah.
I'm not trying to hit they living from check to check. Oh, we about to
What-
pay
what-
$5 for the end of that. Not trying to hit that. They shouldn't be living check to check anyway. Like I said, you should be learning from the
You
previous
definitely,
people in front of you. Like,
you
come
definitely
on,
should
man.
be learning.
Can I ask y'all a question real quick? So
I done told you that plenty of times, Kenny. I'm like, hold on. Stop signing these long-term deals or some of these stupid ass
Yeah,
deals that
yeah.
these people in front of you. You
Yeah.
done seen it happen plenty of times. So
Yeah.
like I'm not going for that. Like you just if you check the check, you broke, you stupid.
Yeah,
Straight
you
up.
clearly doing something that you don't got no business doing, and we always hear it after the fact. They be in the dumb stuff, bro.
Right. Go ahead, AJ. I ain't
So all these leagues are talking about coming back and resuming play and finishing the season. But like, let's take the NBA for example. If the NBA comes back right now, finishes their season, go to the playoffs, is that plausible? Because you got to think about you have to restart a season after this also.
Yeah.
So how are things going to go? Are players going to get an off season? Are they going to have that time to rest, rejuvenate, things like that? Are you going to go from the NBA finals to a whole nother season? Because that's going to create a competitive advantage for the teams that didn't make it to the deep in the playoffs, the championship game or the NBA finals. Teams that are in the major leagues, teams that don't go as late, they're going to have an advantage. Teams in the NFL, they're going to have advantages. Does it make sense to try and resume all of this stuff as business as usual? Or should we actually act like it's been a time off due to a global pandemic and shorten things or just cancel shit? Like with the NBA, should we just cancel the NBA? I know how unfortunate it would be for a whole lot of people, but should we just cancel this shit?
Nah. You gotta make the attempt. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and make the attempt to try to salvage the season. Try to do what you gotta do. Make the attempt. But if it's not feasible, like I said, you can't get back in May. Like I said,
Yeah.
you gotta just wash your hands with the season and be like, you know what? This is beyond our control.
Yeah.
And it is what it is. But you gotta make the attempt first. I'm not going for not making the attempt.
It's
And on top of that, okay, we got the NBA, cool. Just like I said, make the attempt. Baseball, y'all gonna be okay. Y'all play too many games anyway, so I'm not even worried about that. Like I said, but NBA, you gotta at least try. Just make the attempt.
The NBA is definitely contingent upon whenever they say we can go places, or that it could be more than 10 people in one place, because that's why they can't do none of the stuff, because like anything that they do would probably violate a city ordinance, or but it's like Hill said, if they say May 10th, state in California and all the other states, they start saying like you can go back, boom, all right, we got enough time to do 10 regular season games. It's a 10 regular. You keep your same record you had, 10 more games, then it's the playoff. If you was on a border, you better come in smoking. I'm sorry that it has to be this way, but unfortunate. Lakers, we know you are hot. That's unfortunate too. Not all of this was beyond our control, but this is it. We going into the playoffs. If it happened late
that's
July, August,
this is my thing.
I think you gotta scrap it.
Got to.
Because this is my thing. If you think about it, not every player in the NBA has the financial security of LeBron, Kawhi, those players like
Pandemic.
that. So exactly. But
Oh,
what I'm saying is, if you try and say, okay, we're gonna come back the end of April or May, certain players have been off since the beginning of March, and they have been unable to play. All they've been able to do is do some push-ups in the crib,
Yeah.
whatever the case may be. They have. So to me, if you're gonna start this shit all over again, you gotta have another little, like at least a mini preseason, so people can get back in game shape, get back ready. Because to me, that's an unfair. Like
Yeah, you might,
I
two
know,
game exhibition. I'm
no,
feeling
we
you.
don't necessarily,
You gotta do something.
talk about what fair is. But if we're gonna talk about competitive advantage, you gotta allow for at least a little bit of a get back.
we don't got time for that.
You don't, and that's my point of, do we just scrap this shit?
But we can't. Scrapping is not an option. If that's
Especially
Why?
if it's it's not.
You've had strikes. You've
Because
had
you
strike
just
shortened
talked- we just-
seasons.
But
So if
we
you
just
can
talked about those
If
players.
you can have a strike shortened season, why can't you have a global pandemic shortened
the
season?
strike, it was strike shortened season that they finished playing. They
Yeah,
finished playing it.
yeah.
Well, you can't help when the pandemic happened.
Yeah, but for the
strike
books,
shorten happens at the end.
they will want to try to finish it, and it's just will be unfortunate. Like I said, and you make a good point. I'm not saying that they're not gonna say 1 or 2 games, but what it can't be is no extended period, like 2 weeks or a month of get back games. You can't do that. Like, you're gonna have to try to start if we're going back to normal living. Our main goal got to be to start next season on time. So we got to do an abbreviated end to this current season.
And it's not gonna be pleasing for everybody.
It can't be.
You're gonna have to just figure out the best case scenario and
Yep.
just roll with it.
Yep.
So what if you just say fuck the rest of the season?
Man,
What
what
if-
if the playoff?
What if you just say fuck the rest of the season, do a 2-week preseason, and then whatever your seeding is now, that's what the playoffs is, and you go straight to the playoffs. If you ain't the 8th seed, fuck it, you out.
Either way, whatever they say the rules are, it is what it is. That's gonna have to be it. And
Life isn't fair.
yeah,
It's not gonna please anybody. Like first off, what I'm not about to do when the season come back is think about these trash ass teams.
yeah, y'all was already out anyway.
It's fair for them. I don't care about y'all was trashing, but y'all had a whole season to get right. Now all of a sudden, these last 2 weeks, all of a sudden we supposed to that. Ooh, the Blazers, they almost had a chance. We had a whole season to get the chance right. I'm not flying for that, bro. Like, no, get it. Matter of fact, you can start the playoff. Like, get back, give us 2 weeks, get some practice in, start the playoff. If you didn't make it, you got extra extended time to get ready for next year. Not about to see it. Like,
That's what I just said.
But the Lake Show definitely need a shot at securing this chip because boy, it's gonna be tougher next year.
It wasn't fair. It wasn't fair for the Blazers. What? Like, care about y'all?
Well, I think we got everything out the way.
Yeah,
For that? Yeah.
Lake Show need this chip though, man.
You ain't gonna respect it regardless.
Who ain't gonna respect it?
You a fan. You a fan of the Lakers. But let's
Listen, I don't care if I wasn't a fan. If this would have happened, whoever come back and win the chip, I would have said they got it, bro.
It's an asterisk gonna go for anybody who wins.
I don't put an asterisk on Tim Duncan strike season. I can give it to him. It's not his fault. He played all the games that they allow him to play.
People did.
That's people. They dumb. It wasn't no steroids involved. Like I put asterisk when you did something to detrimental. You see what I'm saying? When it's something beyond my control, like why do I gotta have an asterisk? Because it was a holdout, and I couldn't play. But every game that I could play, we dominated, and the playoffs was we won that. So it was like, what you want me to do? Like, how was that an asterisk? I respected their chip, and the Redskins won 2 chips on strike certain seasons.
Well, there's the disrespect.
So you know I'm sold on it. We
Wait.
we went undefeated with the replacement players. Like that movie is about this. Is really about the Redskins with Keanu Reeves.
Clifford Franklin was out here though.
You said, huh? Yeah.
Clifford Franklin going up with it. Clifford Franklin on the one coming down with it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, so I it's like, yeah, man. If it's something like, okay, Barry Bonds, I understand his asterisk.
I don't.
You see what I'm saying?
No,
because
I don't.
because the purists give the asterisk to Mark McGuire's, the Sammy Sosa. They give it to everybody. The Jose Canseco's, like they all have it too. So it's like, you see what I'm saying? So it's like, I understand that because you chose to do the cream and the clear. You chose Balco. Like you just said, hell, I have no sympathy for you. You knew you knew that was illegal. Ordering the cream and the clear. You knew when you came into the league you wore size 10. When you left you wore size 13. That ain't right, bro. That ain't right. And so I don't have no, like, I'm okay with it being an asterisk, but what it shouldn't be is an asterisk because of a pandemic. Like if the Lakers come back and win a chip, shouldn't be no asterisk.
All right, well.
And whoever win, Clippers, whoever, if whoever win it, Cannon not going to say that it was BS. I'm gonna say they handled the situation better than anybody else. It was a tough situation to be a part of.
We can wrap it up. You know, we got the draft coming up soon.
Oh, that's gonna be a fun one.
Yeah.
Because when the Redskins get to it, I am going.
Nah, that ain't happening.
Lose.
We're not getting to it.
It's funny, man. Everybody got, you can't bring in the pre-draft visits. Everybody using Zoom, Skype, FaceTime, do their interviews and talk to these players. One of the teams asked Jalen Rager to do his own pro day.
Yeah.
He did it, but
and they leaked it.
he did it. But a lot of
He
players,
ran a 4.2 though, because that's what I'm gonna do. I do my own pro day, and at my own pro day,
and I'm gonna report the time.
I'm running a 3.97.
Yeah, exactly. I report the time
on your bitch ass.
Crazy, like everybody was up in arms, like, oh, what are we gonna do? Like Kevin Colbert, the GM for the Steelers.
Fuck him. I'm sorry.
He want 3 additional rounds added because of this.
Where the players gonna come from?
They go. It's still
who. But this is my thing. How many people hit on decent players in the 6th and 7th round? So now you want to go into 8, 9, and 10. It's just gonna be a waste of time. It's better off those people being unrestricted free agents and I just bringing whoever I want, because that's just dumb at that point. The talent is not that great.
Then you can't be in, like I said, you can't be in your staff. Even your staff can't be in the same room.
Yeah.
Everybody gonna be on the phone.
Y'all gotta practice this shit before.
But they are.
They gotta practice it before it happens.
But they are.
Yeah, and so y'all should be good.
The league is gonna do a whole mock draft, figuring out the kinks and out.
Yeah.
In. Even though, but it's
still,
the staff should be all in one.
And the internet, it's still gonna be some glitches the day of.
Hey, you can't avoid it.
Yep.
Better prepare for it. That's all there is to it. I think though, they should add additional round. Just one.
I wouldn't mind 1, but 3 is outrageous.
3 is outrageous. Like, you gonna mess up. You give 3 more chances to mess up.
You just shooting in the barrel in the 7th round.
Well, y'all been in the same room anyway. So,
they might do better now. It's less distractions, bro. I'm trying to tell you.
To play devil's advocate, the only reason why I can see adding 3 extra rounds is because of the CBA. You adding the 17th game. And you add in 2 extra teams to the playoff.
But those players make the league anyway as unrestricted free agents. So it's
but that's my point. If you're gonna have this extra stuff to build depth, have 3 extra rounds and allow for more players on the roster. But if you're not gonna add these players on the roster, why am I? Because now all I'm doing is sending these players to Canada after they get drafted.
I say CBA already.
The ones bold enough to go.
So yeah, if you're not gonna have if you're not gonna build in a place for these players, damn, that's hella man thigh. Let me get that off
Hmm.
the camera. If you're not gonna build, if you're not gonna build in a place for these players, man.
But even if they get drafted, and that's the thing, like, let's be real. If we draft them 9th, 10th, 11th round, that don't mean they're going to be on teams. They still going to get cut, and they still going to go to Canada.
What they should do is while we not doing nothing, while we not leaving no time soon, they should have made the draft the whole week.
Yeah, and give them time. That, and I agree.
Around the day.
They need more time since they can't be in the room and glitches and internet mistakes. They do. I'm with you on that hill. It needs to be more time set aside for the actual round.
So we can go ahead, like you said, just give it. We're not doing nothing.
We ain't. We just gonna be sitting at home watching it.
And once you
Nah,
draft,
damn that, because now, nah.
You
'cause
go first, and you still look at that.
Exactly. The one time that we actually got an advantage, now everybody wants to. Nah, damn that. We doing shit.
You will have the same advantage. Look at you. You so worried about everybody.
I know we would
You
have
could
the
have-
same
you could
advantage, but now
benefit
y'all
from
trying to
it
give
too.
everybody else the same advantage. Fuck
We
that.
and
No.
why you got the
Nope.
better draft pick.
And so now, guess what? If you're worried, trade it. Trade for us. Offer something.
Yeah, I'm trying to put allow time. We just try to allow time.
We don't
You can't
need
cut.
time.
You missed the
They gonna
oop
fly.
again, bro.
They're gonna fly. It's like spades. You think long, you think wrong.
We just try to create more time for people to be able to hit y'all up for that trade, man.
matter of fact, y'all need more time.
No, we don't.
Okay, after Joe Burrow, y'all need more time.
Yes.
No, we don't. Trust me. Depending on who.
No, we're not trusting you. Y'all need more time.
No, we don't.
We're not trusting you. That's cold blooded here.
We're not. They need more time.
I do. I trust them
getting it
to
wrong
come to the
in the
Bengals.
building.
But at not AJ. Though.
Y'all been, when the last time y'all
yeah.
drafted the safety? You want to talk about motherfuckers getting shit wrong?
We
But
haven't been drafting the safety, but we had way more success than y'all.
No, y'all haven't. Not.
No, we
how far?
haven't.
How far we
We
going back? How far we going back?
You can go back to whenever you want to go back. We still have more success than y'all. Like no
Bullshit.
Come on.
Let's go to the 2000s.
you
2000s.
just
Let's
back
2000s.
out. Just back out, AJ.
2000s.
Just stop, bro.
Oh, fuck that. I ain't backing out of shit.
Let's go last year.
Last year. All right, fuck it.
Oh, let's go the year before.
Okay, let's go.
Exactly. What are you talking about? Y'all the Bengals, bro.
Yeah, just stop it, man.
y'all really the
Y'all the NFC Bengals. Fuck you talk about. Outside of the 90s.
We have
Yes,
more
you
success
are.
than
Y'all do the
We have
same
more
shit we do.
have more success doing what y'all do. Y'all
Y'all
made it
done
a
did the
hot
same
line.
exact
Made
shit
it a
that
hot
we
zone.
did. Okay, but y'all ain't did shit. Y'all still a joke at the end of the day.
We are
Y'all,
joking. Y'all care about
y'all
us.
get the
Nobody cares
headlines,
about
but y'all the headlines
Nobody
because y'all
cares about
motherfucking
y'all.
joke.
Nobody
Y'all are a
cares.
headline because y'all are a joke.
Nobody cares about y'all.
And nobody cares about y'all outside of the jokes that they make about
You wasn't
y'all.
a fan. If you wasn't a fan, we would have never had a Bengals topic ever in life.
And if you wasn't a fan, nobody would give a fuck about y'all.
I don't talk about the Cowboys. That's specifically reason why I don't talk about the Cowboys. We only talk about the Bengals because of you.
But the only reason people talk about the Cowboys is because you are here. Because they know that y'all are a joke.
No.
I make it a conscious effort for not talking about the Cowboys.
Nope. That the Cowboys are coming up regardless of Hill. But sad fact of the matter is,
because he's
I
here.
don't even like the Cowboys. And 2 of the last 4 years, I had them at least Super Bowl contenders.
You ain't never had the Bengals Super Bowl
Ever. Except in the 80s. In the 80s, when they had Sam. You don't know about that here. But that was when that was when Collinsworth time. But and my homeboy, the other Chris. What was the other Chris name? My homeboy on the back of the truck.
Chris Henry.
Yeah. Henry.
So
Chris
2005.
Henry. Yeah.
2015 also, but hey, we won't get into
Yeah, y'all had a few periods,
All
but y'all never been able to get it done. So it's like you can't ever really compare it to the Cowboys. I'm just saying.
We've been better than y'all. We
Okay.
won a playoff game.
And Hill
One
wouldn't have to
extra
bring
game.
it. He wouldn't have to
One
bring it
extra
up.
game.
But you haven't done that.
one extra game.
You haven't done that.
One extra
But
game.
you haven't done that.
Okay, one extra game.
But
Okay,
you haven't
yeah.
done that.
One extra game. Y'all are so great.
You haven't done that.
All right. I'll talk to y'all later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bitch.
What episode is this before we get out, man?
Episode
69.
9. You over there competing with the Browns and you
Bitch ass nigga.
Doing things you can't believe. It's the 3-man week. We come at you with topics. No, you cannot stop it.